Hey, hello, and welcome to my Front Porch Jam. Hope you're having a great day, whatever, great evening, afternoon, whatever the case may be. Going great here. Fighting a little bit of a cold that might make me cough once in a while, but I'm like 95%, so totally good. Other than occasional cough here and there, so I'll try to do it off mic. Anyways, thanks for joining. I want to take a look today at a newer song, quite new. It's actually a couple months old, featuring or a song by Noah Kahan and featuring a quick verse by Post Malone. And that song is Dial Drunk, and love it. Great song. So we'll talk a little bit about that. There's a few notes to make about this song. I'll go ahead and go right to the chord chart, and then we can go from there. There are some things about it that are relatively easy, other things that are not. Excuse me. The first thing is that you see that there's a lot of C/G chords. If you prefer to play a C there instead, you can. Sound-wise, the difference is a C is just a regular C, of course. A CG is a C chord, but you take one finger up. I'll show it closer to the camera here in a minute. So it does have a more like fullness to it. But I really need some practice with that chord because I don't play it very often. So to be honest with you, I'm going to cheat on today's and just play a C chord. You can play that. It's fine. If it's easier for you to play a C chord, go ahead. If you really want to get this down to go play it in front of a paying crowd or something like that, then you want to practice with the CG to get that slightly fuller sound. But as you can see here, it's this versus this. So different, yes. Dramatically different, no. A couple other things. The song is has a banjo lead, and you don't have that on guitar. It's kind of a fast strum, so it's a. So it's kind of a faster strum like that. And a couple other things about this. Let's see. Well, that might be it. Yes, of course. After the bridge, during not after, but during the bridge. So there's this. I'll dial drunk. I'll dial drunk. I die for you. I die for you. Right before the bridge is where that E minor's at. Then it's, I beg of you, sir, just let me call. I'll give you my blood alcohol. All right with all the burnouts in the cell. So, okay. So you get that. So it's, so you're just hitting that chord like that, or just hitting the chord and not doing the full, not playing the strumming pattern all the way through that. So that's that. For that chord that I was talking about, if I can get up here close enough to where you can see, I think so. This is a C, which you're used to. Then if you take these two fingers here, and so these are both on the fourth fret, fifth, and sixth string. Fourth fret, fifth, and sixth string, but otherwise it's a regular C chord. So C, C, G. So, again, my advice, if the CG is keeping you from playing the song, you can do it otherwise, play the C. If you're playing for fun, play the C. I'm playing for fun, I'm going to play the C. If you want to go play this in front of a paying crowd and rehearse it 75 times with your band before you go on stage, learn the CG and play it that way. That's what I have to say. It is a subtle difference. So, anyways, let's give her a try. Let's see how it goes. The timing on this song is a little odd. And so I do struggle with it a little bit. I'm not going to say this is going to be the greatest version, but you want the chords to play. Then there is a capo on it too. First fret. Okay. First fret capo. So right there, get one of those in there. If you want to play with the recording, you have to play it like that. Okay. All right. Anyways, let's give this a try and we'll see how we do.
Doubt
I'd die for you. I'll die. It's pouring, couldn't stop it. Turned the slow dance into a mosh pit. Tuck my head and I hear the lock-in. Put on my first car was a Crown Vic. Talking about the last time I was in the back of a cop car. I fell in love with my face on a cold window. And so wrapped up and loose in my cuffs. It's all the same anyway. I ain't proud of all the punches I've thrown in the name of someone I no longer know. For the shame of being young, drunk, and alone. Traffic lights and a transmitter radio. I don't like that when they threw me in the car. Gave your name as my emergency phone call, honey. Rang, even the cops thought you were wrong for hanging up. I'll die drunk, I'll die drunk, I'll die for you. I'll die for you. I beg of you, sir, just let me call. I'll give you my blood alcohol. I'll rot with all the burnouts in the cell. I'll change my faith, I'll praise the flag. Just wait, I swear she'll call me back. Oh son, are you a danger to yourself? Well, screw that, sir, just let me call. I'll give you my blood alcohol. I'll rot with all the burnouts in the cell. I'll change my faith, I'll kiss the badge. Just wait, I swear she'll call me back. Son, why do you do this to yourself? I ain't proud of all the punches I have thrown in the name of someone I no longer know. For the shame of being young, drunk, and alone. Traffic lights and a transmitter radio. I don't like that when they threw me in the car. Gave your name as my emergency phone call, honey. Rang, even the cops thought you were wrong for hanging up. I'll die drunk, I'll die drunk, I'll die for you. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that. I did. I'm out of breath a little bit, but great song though. And definitely one of the cooler new songs just out this year. You know, like I said, I'm trying to expand my horizons and check out new songs and stick with the oldies too. You know, and just do a little bit of both. And love that one. I'll be honest. You know, on that one, some of the timing on that is kind of challenging. You know, and it's obviously has a strong banjo lead. I don't play banjo. That, you know, changes the character of the song, but that's why we refer to it as interpreted by. So that is interpreted by me, right? So anyways, let's go over some song facts here. Song and artist facts. Excuse me. And as I mentioned on some other episodes that I recorded today, that I did have a bit of a cough. Not necessarily feeling I don't feel bad now, but I had some serious like allergy sinus kind of issues yesterday, and I'm still kind of coughing a little bit and stuff. So, you know, forging on ahead through that. Anyways, for this song, what can we learn from this? It's Noah Kahan, of course. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. This is a new artist I'm not familiar with. So it's Noah Kahan, I believe is the way to pronounce that. If it's not and I'm butchering it, I apologize in advance, but I think that's right. But in this candid and soul-searching story, we follow Noah as he faces a dire situation. He's just been arrested for drunk driving and is in desperate need of help. Battling his own inner demons and breaking a promise, he dials his ex's number, fully aware that it will go unanswered. Right from the opening notes of the song, the tone is set as he contemplates the irony of recalling his vow to not reach out to his ex, yet succumbing to the allure of the past while under the influence of alcohol. So the first verse, he attempts to distance himself from blame, and he said he blamed it on the medication. So and then it was combined with the alcohol, so he tries to blame it on that. And shows that it's drowning out his perspective. And so it leads to him denying any wrongdoing. The story is completely fictional. I thought that was interesting. I really, with lyrics like this, I suspect that this may have roots in a true story. But no, it does not. So it's purely fictional. He just wants to emphasize that not every song or quote unquote his quote. I do just want to emphasize that not every song I make is directly about my life experience. The dial lyrics are not meant to glorify the behavior as much as tell a story about a desperate burnout clinging onto a relationship. Okay. So Noah Kahan is born in Stafford, Vermont, and comes from a diverse background with a Jewish father and Christian mother. He kickstarted his songwriting journey at the tender age of 8, sharing his music on platforms like SoundCloud and YouTube. Interestingly, his first job as a valet ended abruptly when he crashed a car, leading to his dismissal. So a little extra bit of information. I found that online, so let's do it in there. 17, he teamed up with music producer, and again, I'm going to make a mess out of this name, so my apologies in advance. I believe it's Swinga Matazima, and eventually caught the eye of his current manager, Drew Simmons of Foundations Artist Management. His music also drew attention from notable songwriters like Dan Wilson, famous for his famous for his work with artists like Adele. And Noah deferred his admission to Tulane University to pursue a music career, which I cannot talk right today. He draws inspiration from artists such as Paul Simon, Yusuf Islam, formerly known as Cat Stevens, Counting Crows, Hosier, and Mumford and Sons. Well, he's doing a good job drawing from those influences. I think his stuff is really good. I did listen to some other songs. I'm glad I found out about this guy. Good stuff, definitely. And of course, there's a refrain in here that's Post Malone as well. The whole drinks pouring, couldn't stop it, turning the slow dance into a mosh pit, tuck my head in, I hear the lock in, told him that part right there. That's Post Malone. Of course, even when I was attempting to do it in the song, I'm aware that I was not pulling that off well. I have much room to grow in this area of, I don't know what you would call it. It's not exactly rap, but it's sort of, yeah, I guess it would kind of like rapping vocals, but there's still a bit more of, still kind of singing, somewhere between singing and rapping, I guess, is what I think of, but still learning how to do that. So anyways, thank you for joining me on this Front Porch Jam. Grab the chord chart from the link, play it at home, practice it, play along with the recording, and have a great time. So I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.